Okay, next we have the property manager. Now, you know, when I say that, I have memories of recent deals that have involved a property manager. And I really like the property manager because when you get to know these guys and they send deals your way, oftentimes we're talking about multiple deals coming from a single source all at once. And the reason for that is that the property manager is dealing with investors and landlords that have portfolios. And sometimes those portfolios get liquidated all at once. And there might be, you know, 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 or 50 houses inside a single portfolio. And when one of these guys, you know, the landlord or the investor, they decide to liquidate and they're motivated, that can be a massive opportunity for you because it's multiple deals all at once. The one that comes to mind in my mind, it was a package of 5 houses, and the seller was motivated. He lived in Nevada, and you know, brought the deal together for him, and you know, it was actually very pleasant. You know, a lot of times some of these deals are a lot of work. It's kind of frustrating sometimes with, you know, the roller coaster ride of dealing with these guys that are out of state, sending paperwork all over and inspections, and you know, you're doing all this stuff. But this one actually came together very simply because the property manager, again, he was involved in the transaction. I mean, he was able to get pictures for me. He was able to coordinate with the tenants. And this is all things that I didn't even have to worry about. He even kind of sent paperwork back and forth between myself and the landlord that was in Nevada. I never spoke to the actual owner of the properties. Cool stuff. And that's kind of how these things come together when you build out these relationships that are meaningful, and it's a tight relationship and you really understand each other and you're really helping each other out. So the property manager, finding these guys is simple. I mean, property manager is a very simple term. You can find these guys on LinkedIn. You can find them on Facebook. You can find them by way of referral from other investor friends that you know. And again, like anybody else, it's just a matter of finding somebody that you connect with and that you kind of get along with and building out that relationship. The property manager, again, I like to compensate them with a percentage of the profit that comes from any closed deals. And you know, the percentage can vary depending on what you're comfortable with and what the property manager wants. But I always suggest a percentage whenever your contact is involved in the deal and you're kind of working together as a team. It's a beautiful thing. And you know, the difference, you know, compare that percentage you know, payout method to the postman, which was the first one that we talked about. You know, the postman really isn't usually involved with you kind of as a, you know, as a teammate. They're more of just kind of a lead provider. But the guys that are working with you closely, I find that the percentage payout works well for those guys. So that's the property manager. Excellent contacts to build out in a strategic way. You know, just a few contacts going deep in the relationship and building it out in a mutually beneficial way. Property manager. Awesome, guys. All right, going on to the next one.